All right, what's going on, YouTube? What's going on? We back with another one of Splash here, talking about season three. Season three's finally upon us. Like it's finally here. Now I want to get into just a couple different things. Just really basically the maps. I want to speak on the two new maps. Right, season three came with two new maps, two full-size maps. One being Black Gold. That's here in the first gameplay. It's a 24/7 dark map, forcing you to use your night vision goggles, bro. I don't know exactly how I feel about that. Like part of me, now I'll tell you my initial thoughts. I don't like it. I don't like it the way that it plays in casual. I do feel like if they put it in ranked, it could have a place. Because the need for communication on this map due to it being so dark. I'm sure somebody will find a way to take advantage of, actually using, taking off the NVGs possibly for, I don't know, for whatever reason. Like there's something here that I'm sure can be taken advantage of or used to make the map or the experience on the map much better. But I don't think it's going to be found in quick play, TDM modes. I definitely think it needs to be put into ranked for the map to achieve what it needs to, or to be maximized, to reach its full potential. It needs to be put into the ranked mode, in my opinion, or at least we need to give that a try and see how that would work. As you can see here in the gameplay that I'm displaying, I mean, it's kind of it works well with not advanced, with objective based game modes. Anyway, I mean, just running around TDM into this dark map doesn't seem as though it would be the best when you're guided and you have a place to go. An objective definitely makes this map much more viable and much more doable for the average player, for the average interaction. Just traversing the map itself would be awful. Uh, if you were one completely in the dark. Oh my gosh, imagine this in hardcore with no mini map. That could actually be kind of fun, just because you really have to. It's gonna slow everything down. But yeah, so I'm not a big fan of this map. Not a fan of Black Gold at all. It was cool for about a minute, and then after noticing just the one thing that makes me really mad with this is the fact that it tilts my gun for everything. I don't know why it cants my gun to a 45-degree angle for me to be able to look down the sights. That's just not needed. I mean, as anybody with any firearm knowledge knows, you don't need to do that. Make use of your laser. Like, what is it? But anyway, not a fan of Black Gold. The Peleos Lighthouse, the second map. We'll be getting into that here in the gameplay in a minute. You'll see that when we switch games. But I am more of a fan of that map than, of course, this one. I don't even know how many kills I got on this map. Maybe 3 or 4. But this map is not for me. This map's absolutely not for me. I haven't put a ton of hours into it, but so far with what I've played, I can tell you this map is not for me. I won't be enjoying it. I'll be looking to filter it out as much as possible. You know what I mean? If it goes into ranked, I'll give it a try because I like to play ranked. I'll give it a try there. Maybe, as I said, with better communication and whatnot, and only objective game modes, it could be doable. But as it is and as it stands right now, I would not want to play this game for any length of time. I'm sorry, this map for any length of time. Now let's get into the second map here, the second installment of season 3, or the second map installment of season 3, that I should say. Peleo's Lighthouse. Now, getting into the second half of the gameplay, as for the second map, we're going to be getting into the Lighthouse map. Second map's released out of the Season 3 update here. As you can see, running and gunning here, having a good time. I like the map overall. It's fun. It's a bit big though. Spawns haven't been Call of Duty strong points, so you're definitely going to feel that suffering here when you're trying to make your way to the middle of the map and you get hit in the back. Yes, sir. As you have a good one. You definitely feel that on your way, trying to make your way, to the middle of the map or transition at any of the actual points or the objectives. The spawns are awful. Spawns are awful. You're gonna feel it. It's not as bad of a time as traveling blind through black gold, but you definitely will feel that the spawns can betray you. Love the objective modes here, though. Love the objective modes here. I've had a good time on this map overall. Definitely my favorite of the, my favorite of the two. I mean, my preference really. There's only two options, but I like it. I like it. I'll see myself playing this a lot more going forward. Hopefully, they give it a 24/7 LTM for a little bit longer, so people will, get used to playing on it before it just gets thrown into regular rotation, and you don't have much of a choice to play it or not. One thing I will say, kind of backtracking, speaking on the black gold map, I did speak with one of the other homies in here. He plays a lot with me. We play together and shit, and we were just speaking on the 24/7, or not 24/7, the black gold map as a whole. Sorry, you guys, I had a bong rip. The black gold map. I feel like, and he also feels like it's trash. It's not a good map as of right now, though. I feel like it could benefit from a couple different changes. I feel like if they made use of the flashlights that you have in the game, actually benefiting players who choose to put them on, make benefit players who choose to run a laser. Don't just give everybody a laser. Benefit the players who choose to run a laser. In comparison to just everybody having one. Um, the ability to shoot out lights, everywhere on that map shouldn't be dark. You should be able to run, without NVGs in some sections. It'll create that little skill gap for players to be able to actually know when to take them off versus not, versus the player who's just running through the map with or without them on 24/7. That would benefit it. I also think, and we think that it would benefit from being a ranked gameplay map, almost specifically, with the size that it is and it being, forced to use objective-based game modes in ranked. I feel like this map would benefit greatly. Communication would be used or needed on that map. The darkness will force you to need to communicate with your team. Ranked already being something that you need to really focus heavy on communication. It would just be that much more that much more entertaining and that much more fun to play that map in the ranked game mode. That's just me. That's what I think. The homie agreed, and I'm sure a lot of other people, at least have had that thought, if not outright agree. You can see here this current gameplay. I'm trying to figure out how to get into the actual lighthouse, but there doesn't seem to be a way to do so. So you got to watch me look stupid for all of about 30 seconds there. But anyway, yeah, that's it for the retracking there to black gold. To get back to the lighthouse map here, overall I enjoy it. Definitely something that I will be playing a lot more of. One thing though, the air support, as you kind of can see here, not as much of an example because these players, their air support doesn't wreck us for the entirety of the game. But with so much being outside for this map and on the way to being in, like, the focal point is damn near the inside of that house, especially when you have objectives and people are holding it down. The focal point is going to be the inside of that house. So when you've got, a focal point that everybody's obviously got to get to, and you can only get there from being outside, on your way either, to that point, your dealings outside and around that main focal point, everybody's going to get wrecked by air support. It's so wide open. Only things giving you any advantage or any kind of cover from air support are things like direct cover, having a house in between you. A lot of the roofs here even have holes, so if you're not in this singular house, you're probably not as safe as you think. If you're not here or at like the boathouse or something like that, this is the best position to be at if there's air support out. That bottom floor right there. They can't shoot through the roof. You're not going to be able to get hit by bombs if you stand close enough to the middle. It's going to be great. It's also a little elevation around that building. But overall, in this map, you're going to get destroyed by the air support if you don't find some form of direct cover. And it's not, it's few and far between because it's all going to be angles. The air support's obviously in the air. They're not firing, straight horizontally at you. So you've got, they've got that elevation factor above you, or on you that you don't have against it. So you definitely want to make sure you watch out for that. Other thing on this map, you can really make use of the water. I've spoken on the fact that I like the objective-based game modes best on this map. I really do like hardpoint here. There's a hardpoint specifically where you have to hold down a singular boat. It's a man-sized boat. You have to hold it down. It's enough space for one, maybe two players to be on it, but you have to figure out how to hold that down for the whole of the hardpoint. It's real fun, real fast-paced engagement when that is the hardpoint. Outside of that, though, loving the map so far. I do want to see more come to this map, or see them implement more things. Maybe even section it off for certain game modes. Only one half of the map, or a third of the map for a certain game mode, maybe half of the map for another, and then the full map for larger game modes or more objective-based, larger player game modes, things like that. But let me know what you guys think down below. What are your thoughts on not only this Lighthouse map, but both maps, as well as Season 3 as a whole? Let me know what you guys think. I do want to know. I'm in. I mean, it's only been a couple days. I'll say I'm enjoying the Lighthouse map. I'll say that. Haven't played with the Imperium. Haven't played with the the Wraith, the 6.8 Wraith or whatever that new gun is. Haven't played with the Squall. Haven't played with the Squall. Haven't played with the the Intervention. So I've really just been running around having a good time on these maps. Videos on those two coming soon. Make sure you turn your notifications on and subscribe, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out of here. Love y'all.
Lean on me, lean, lean.